Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Dragon Ball Nation. Now today I have another theory video, and you guys who watched my video yesterday would know what this is, as I teased it at the end of the video. And if you haven't seen that video, it's on the 2015 Dragon Ball Z movie. I discussed it a little bit further, and I'll leave a link to that in the description below. But today I have a video discussing whether or not Majin Vegeta was stronger than Super Saiyan 2 Goku. And this has been a hotly debated topic for quite some time now. I've always thought about it myself. I flip-flop back and forth, but I guess we'll find out where I stand in this video with a proper analysis, because this is the first time I've actually given it one myself. Now, just before I start the discussion, I'd like to first off state that I will not be using Goku in a Super Saiyan 2 form when he was fighting Kid Buu. I will not be using that as an analysis, as that is filler. He never fought him like that in the manga, so it's not a proper point to discuss and use in an argument, because it is non-canon. But without any further ado, I guess let's get right into the video. Now, in a previous video, I discussed whether or not Vegeta did achieve his Super Saiyan 2 transformation prior to the Majin charm, and I'll leave a link to that video in the description below, so you can check that out, as it would further help to understand this scenario, I suppose, this theory. So definitely go watch that if you haven't. But for those of you who have seen it, or just decided not to click the link, I did state that Vegeta had achieved his Super Saiyan 2 form prior to the charm. There were many supporting factors to that. I don't really necessarily need to go over too many of them right now, but as far as his power, he did have the transformation in line. And he was stronger than Gohan was at the Buu Saga, as stated by himself. Now, as I stated in that video, it could have been just Vegeta boasting, but I'm pretty positive he was a Super Saiyan 2 at that point. And I do realize that Goku did in fact have a Super Saiyan 3 transformation. That obviously puts him above any of the other Z fighters. But just comparing his Super Saiyan 2 form to Vegeta's Super Saiyan 2 form, Vegeta did state that Goku did have a pretty big gap in between themselves. And this is stated when afterwards, Goku had shown the quote-unquote Super Saiyan 2 burst against Yakon when he blew up Yakon. It is presumed to be that. And that is when Vegeta had learned that Goku had gotten far superior to him. And I believe this was allowing Vegeta to really gauge his power, as he knew that the Majin charm from Babidi would be really the only way to compete and maybe even surpass Goku. And many of you could say and argue that Vegeta wouldn't be able to see Goku's full power from that burst or gauge his full potential, and there is some truth to that. But also, if you look back at the Cell arc, when Goku was powering up on Korin's tower, he asked Korin how good of a chance he would have against Cell, and Goku powered up to about halfway as a gauge for Goku. And then Korin, take note that Cell hasn't shown his power very much. He only fought Vegeta and Trunks at that point, and I guess Krillin in the filler, but he really just smacked him. But Korin could gauge Cell's power to a pretty good extent, it seemed. He told Goku he really didn't have a chance against Cell, essentially. And that was true. If you watch the performance against Cell, Goku against Cell, you can see that he didn't have much of a chance. He was doing very well, but once you saw Cell's full potential against Gohan when he went Super Saiyan 2, granted, Cell was getting beat down pretty bad. But you could see that he was much stronger than he was when he fought Goku. Now, moving back to the Buu Saga, I would say it's safe to say, in my personal opinion, that Vegeta could have gauged Goku's Super Saiyan 2 power at that time. He definitely knew he was stronger, and I think he could have made a rough estimate of how powerful he could have been. Now, if we want to move forward and go to the fight, Goku did in fact admit, now this could be Goku, because we obviously know that Goku didn't go Super Saiyan 3, so Vegeta wouldn't get his pride destroyed. That is what the fans presume, and it's kind of implied in the series. But Goku stated that he was very surprised that Vegeta has gotten so strong, and he must have been training all these years, and obviously he was training and everything. So you could definitely, you know, take that statement from Goku in either direction, whether he was just trying to build up Vegeta's pride or, you know, he was being honest about it. Now, as far as the fight goes, now we all saw what happened in the fight in particular, and granted in the anime it's more drawn out as to fill up, you know, the episode's length. But the way I see it, in my personal opinion, I see Vegeta winning basically the whole time. Goku didn't really, maybe a little bit earlier on he was more even, but as the fight dragged out, Goku did start losing worse and worse in my opinion. And I would say Vegeta was definitely winning the fight. And we did see him knock out Goku later when Goku was trying to take out a Sensu Bean. And before then though, I always wondered if the fight would have turned out with Vegeta right on top. And I do think that Vegeta could have managed it. And as I stated before, I know Goku still had the transformation of the Super Saiyan 3. And I do know that his base form is stronger than Vegeta's without the Majin charm. But the Majin charm, I think, gives him a big enough boost to put him a little bit over Goku. Not a lot, but a little bit. And I think that's why, you know, obviously Vegeta did it to get at least even with him. But I think himself had known that he had surpassed him at that point. He could gauge his power. Now, I know that in the past we've seen that, you know, characters can tell if someone's suppressing their power, and Vegeta didn't necessarily see that. Granted, there was that whole Super Saiyan 3 things, but that's kind of an undetectable inner power in a way. Now, as far as I said, that entire fight, I say yes, Vegeta did in fact win that fight, and I honestly, in my personal opinion, would say that Vegeta, with the Majin charm, is definitely stronger than a Super Saiyan 2 Goku. I definitely want to know what you guys think. I know this was a shorter a shorter, you know, discussion than what I usually have, but there wasn't a whole lot to go on here, but I did really want to talk about it, and I want to hear you guys' thoughts, definitely. So let me know in the comments below, and either next week or the week after, I'm not sure yet, there's going to be another discussion relating to Majin Vegeta, and it's going to be another shorter one, and it's not really because of the whole copyright strike thing I have going on right now. It's just that these shorter kind of discussions, like I said, they are short, but they are things I want to talk about. So let me know in the comment section why, you know, if you think Vegeta was stronger or if Goku was stronger in that, you know, whole battle and whatever. But that's basically it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.